We're here at Henry Squire and Sons Limited in Wolverhampton, and we're about to take you on a shop tour of their facility. There's machines inside, there's millions of pounds worth of stock, and you've been going since the 1700s, not you yourself.
Not myself,
no.
not quite that long.
You look great.
for 250, yes.
Yeah. What a company.
Yes, it's a great place to work, and most of the people here have been for decades.
Really?
Not hundreds of years, but decades. And
it all started with security locks?
It did, yes. It started in a little workshop about 4 or 5 miles from here in a place called New Invention with one of the Squire elders who made padlocks and cabinet locks in his workshop.
And fast forward 200 odd years and you're making the world's strongest padlock. Now I'm going to ask you, audience, do you think that Joe would be able to open this? Or Paul, not with his piddly arms? Gio, maybe you might be able to, we don't know. But has anyone been able to ever open this?
Not without at the likes of angle grinders and some really extensive tools.
Yeah.
We have them tested independently with a great big long toolkit and lots of time. So we're confident those are the world's strongest padlocks.
They are. Right, let's go and have a look into the facility. Let's go. Wow, okay, millions of pounds worth of stock is held right at the back there, isn't there?
It is indeed. That represents a big investment from the company in servicing our customers' needs and making sure that we've got everything they want in a day or two's time.
Just a bit, my goodness me. Right, okay. Let's keep going down. What's happening? Explain to me what's going on here. There's lots of different pictures on the walls as well.
Yeah, this highlights our assembly area for our high security padlocks, and shortly we're going to see the pinning department.
That lady there, by the way, has just offered us an ice cream.
We're going to get a friendly wave, or maybe not so friendly. But that's our pinning department,
yes,
where we make up custom products to customers previously bought keys or master key systems.
There's some very fascinating systems that are going on here. Like, what's the range size?
It starts from a tiny little padlock, 20 millimetres wide, that you might find on your snooker cue or toolbox.
So you put that on like a garden shed or something like that, quite small?
You'd probably want something a bit bigger for your garden shed.
Yeah.
But certainly anything from your snooker cue through to your garden shed, and then back to the world's strongest padlock for locking up your £20,000 Ducati or Triumph motorbike.
All my Lambos, that's right. There was another area in the middle of it as well. What's going on over there? Or is that all assembly?
That's a mixture of assembly and packaging. We make bicycle locks over there. Behind us is the tool room, the traditional heart of our company, where the tools are made that we make the products on.
And are these, okay, so what have we got here then? So you're making these...
That's a range of tools, jigs and fixtures made in the tool room to go on the CNC machines.
And it's those CNCs that are quite juicy as well, isn't there? Because you're investing in more and more.
Yes, we've invested an awful lot. We've got some brand new twin pallet machines.
Why have you gone for the twin pallet then?
We're continually adding to. But by the end of the year, we'll have about 6 machines, and it all contributes to making our strong old high security range.
And so why have you gone for the twin pallet machines? You started off with singles, didn't you?
Yeah, we did start off with singles, but we found them to be slow. We couldn't keep the spindle running. Spindles running means we're making money, we're making product. So the twin pallet allows us to do the parts where we change jigs over and we rotate products so that we can drill holes in all the relevant faces and we can do that while the spindle's still running.
So what's the team doing here then? This gentleman that we're looking at now.
They've just loading up a new jig with some steel billet.
Right.
That will then be added onto the plate, and once the machine rotates, it'll take in the new jig with the billet and start machining some more holes in it.
And is this is all on site? So you've got different sizes, different shapes?
Yeah, our stronghold range ranges from a 45mm padlock all the way up to 100mm. So
okay.
that big padlock weighs about 4 kilos.
Right, massive.
So, you know, you got to be a bit careful not to drop that one on your toes.
I will certainly not drop that one on my toes. What I quite like is you are using a twin pallet, but tell me about what your process is, because you are putting some labour behind this, but of course the spindle's always running, but
yeah,
we
start off with a cut steel billet that we buy in. That's placed into our jig, which is loaded onto the spare plate of the machine, the one that isn't being machined. Once machining is finished on the second plate, the pallet will rotate, take in the new billet. We'll machine lots of holes and apertures into it,
right,
which relate to our key cylinder systems, and then that will go out of the building for heat treatment and electroplating.
And can I just ask, I'm sure like the viewers will be thinking exactly the same thing, but how do you make each lock so different, or is that a secret that you're not allowed to tell
No,
me?
it's not a secret. It's our pinning department.
Yeah.
They make a key with randomly chosen cuts, and then they select the pins to match those cuts. So typically a cylinder for the stronghold range will have over 250,000 different keys that can be chosen. If you buy a stronghold padlock today and your neighbour buys another one tomorrow,
Yeah.
there's a 1 in 250,000 chance that you're going to have the same key. That's not going to happen.
No, you learn something new every day. This is old,
It is old, but
just
it
like
keeps,
our Colin. I'm joking, Colin. Go on.
It keeps on working. It's been with us for about 25 years now, and it continues to perform. It's a single pallet machine, but we still find many uses for it, and we're hoping to squeeze a few more years out of it yet.
Yeah, well, that's like what we're still doing for our Colin as well. Do guard. We've got some Haas machines as well. Why have you gone for the brands that you've chosen then?
We bought the best in class at the most economic price at the time we chose to buy them. So the Haas are a few years old now. They no longer make a twin pallet vertical. Right. So we took a look at the Dugard and decided they were a good machine for us.
What's quite interesting as well is you said to me earlier on today is the fact that a lot of twin pallets are horizontals.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I don't really understand why, but if you go into a lot of factories and you come across a twin pallet, it will typically be a horizontal.
Right.
But we find that for the money, we can put 2 vertical machines on the ground for the price of a single horizontal.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's the route we've chosen.
Okay, just to finish off with our little tour then, what's going to happen in the future? You've got 2 more machines on the way. You're expanding your range as well.
Yeah,
so,
two more machines on the way. We've just developed a range of new high security bicycle locks.
Right.
And the 2 new machines will take care of the capacity that we need both for the growth of the padlocks and the new bicycle locks.
Well, you're certainly not going to see me riding a bike anytime soon. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into this fantastic facility.
Welcome.
It's absolutely massive here, loads on display. Thank you for watching this week's Swarf and Chips, sponsored by Interco, and we'll see you again next week.